everyone, here are some of the headlines out there. No negotiation with bandits, Northwest governors vow. Honestly, when some of these governors talk, I don't even know what it is they are talking about. They keep saying this thing out of, out of position of privilege. You'll be in a privileged position, you can say this thing. They all have securities around them, their families are protected, their loved ones are protected, but the masses are not protected, and these are the ones that are being forced to pay this ransom. So when they are making all of this kind of statement and just putting it without really doing something to ensure that those kidnappers are arrested, they go after them and arrest them and stop them from doing all of this criminality that they are doing against the people, it really just sounds so annoying, honestly, because they are just saying this thing the way they want to. Religious sects laundering money for terrorists, EFCC says. The question is, hey, EFCC, do something about it. Don't tell us, act on it. You have this information, act on it. Whatever religious sect they are, go after them, get them prosecuted. The court of law is there. That's what needs to be done. This one here, see, I'm looking at leadership so far. It says CBN moves against Forex speculation, hoarding, issues fresh guidelines. This is actually, funny, crazy, and Nigeria and the Nigerian government, the way it can behave like a mad government. They've been eyeing, a lot of people have Forex, in their domiciliary accounts and all of that, and I think they're trying to eye those things. Before you know what's happening, there might be a policy out there where they're saying, oh, let's take over these monies and all of that. That is not the way it should be. That should not be allowed to happen, because people have really worked hard for their own money. There are people who are working even though at remote jobs and all of that, they're making their own money. The government shouldn't come and be the one to forcing people and taking away their money. Whatever shenanigans they are doing, they better behave themselves. Nigeria air deal under EFCC investigation. For those of you that remember this Nigeria air, where a lot of people were saying that, look, this whole thing is a scam. I remember they used hundreds of dollars to do logo. Then it was running into billions of naira. Logo only hundreds of dollars. Can you imagine that? Now they're saying, the then EFCC support, APC supporters, there's no insult that they did not insult us. Well, we'll see what comes out of it and how that whole thing goes. We also have other headlines here. Still the same thing. The Daily Times is still talking about the indictment, indicts religious bodies in money laundering and all of that. Then court orders arrest of Rivers chief of staff over burnt assembly complex. One of the things I saw so tragic about Nigeria is how the people who get into leadership offices, they don't care about the people. They don't care what they destroy. Imagine, because of ego of two men, a building worth billions used by public funds was burnt down. And I do hope that the people who did this, they are arrested. Since they started arresting the Rivers chief of staff over this, let's make example of some people. Let the courts make example of some people. That's something that's really very critical. Then we have another this thing on the headline here. It says palliative reps order fire service to refund 48 billion to FG. Well, that's the headline there. And then we have Supreme Court dismisses Binani APC's appeal on Adamawa poll. Then we have foreign direct investment in Nigeria orders down 841 billion in 2023. Well, it's going to get down more, because we have a lot of the problems that we have here, and the things that they just aren't working. And if you want system to work, the economy has to work. Investors just don't come just like that. They have to see something that will make them to go. And then they say anger, misery, rise across Nigeria as naira free fall worsen. Of course, we all know what the naira is going through. 1,500. Who knows where it's going to stop? 1,500 naira to a dollar. It's really crazy how Nigerian money is we are almost getting to the place where it's almost like paper that we are all holding down. CBN, of course, frantically tightening news on banks, forex operation speculators. We mentioned that before. And then monarchs killing only judge call for community policing, input of ex-service chiefs. I think this is something that is very critical. We need to begin to look at community policing, state policing, rather than people just say that, let individuals be able to carry arms and defend themselves. I always ask them, what about the poor people who can't buy these arms? What would they use to defend themselves? The state must defend, because the primary responsibility of any state is the protection of lives and properties. And any state that cannot protect the lives and properties of its citizens